these are called verbal communication. If we talk about non-verbal communication, mostly we use body languages or a gesture or a posture. Suppose you want to indicate that I should stop for some time. So you may put your finger on my mouth, and so it means that you want to, or I want to communicate that please don't disturb me or please keep quiet. So ये इस तरह से हम without even pronounce anything or without even writing, we communicate with each other by our body language, using our body language or gesture. So that is called non-verbal communication. When we talk about visual communication, there the visual become more prominent. Means neither is a language, nor any alphabet, nor body language, but a visual that narrates something. So then we say that it's a visual communication. So, like when we use some photographs, when we use some graphical elements, when we use some images, illustrations. So using all these things, we can communicate. So and that sort of communication is called visual communication. That sort of communication can be considered where language is less important, body language is less important, but the visuals become more prominent along with some writing or along with some signs. So today we are going to discuss about visual communication. I am going to share my slides with you where I am going to discuss visual communication, and after that try to understand that how we perceive those visuals or how we sense those visuals. So using different kind of law, we are going to understand that how to sense the visual or how we perceive the visual. So I am going to share my presentation. So as I said that I'm going to discuss about visual sensations and visual perceptions. But before that, let's understand again the visual communication. So we have seen a cave painting. Why they start doing cave painting? क्यों उन्होंने cave में painting करना start किया? Because at that time there was no language, there was no alphabet, but they want to share. They want to share their emotions, their experience with others. So start drawing. They have not learned drawing, but I think drawing or art is an inherent quality. हमारे DNA में शायद है कि कुछ हम एक्सप्रेस करना चाहते हैं तो हम ड्राइंग की, इलस्ट्रेशन की, पेंटिंग की हेल्प लेते हैं. जैसे हम सुरों के भी हेल्प लेते हैं. शुरू की शायद इस तरह से आया होगा. So from that point we can say that visual communication started. So if we calculate it's 30,000 around old practice. But it still continues. Like when we see those cave paintings, we term these like pictogram. We say that these are pictograms. Now, in today's time also, we use this pictogram as a visual solution. As we see this kind of signages, these are actually the simplified representation of some images, and we try to communicate some kind of, some kind of information through those visuals. Like if we travel by air, हम एयरपोर्ट में जाते हैं, तो suppose I'm traveling and I reach in Kerala, I don't know any South Indian language, but this kind of icons actually help me to understand that where should I go, how to move around in the airport or sort of thing. That we call signage, which is also a representation of visual communication. So, a visual communication, अगर देखा जाए तो ये deeply rooted to our culture, our tradition, our economies, our politics, our education. Everywhere it is there in visual communication. अगर हम इस तरह के स्वस्तिका इमेज की बात करते हैं, it is a symbolic representation deeply rooted to the Hindu religion. We say for goodwill. Similarly, for commercial use also we see this kind of visual or a logo. You know, it is a representation of State Bank. It is a representation of State Bank, and it says that symbolize safety, security, strength, etc. You know, on the other hand, this is a representation of WWF. You know, this is another symbol. Now, if you try to see these two symbols, this is one symbol, and this one is a life insurance symbol. Now, it shows that it needs a safety, and that Pradeep, Diya, is representation of life, hence our representation of safety and security. In compared to the previous logo, there is no such hidden meaning which is there in life insurance logo. So there we have to understand the two ways to read the visuals. One is visual sensation and the other one is visual perception. When we talk about visual sensation, it actually how we see or observe a particular visual and how it stimulates us. There may be a meaning, may not be, but how we see a particular visual. Whereas when we talk about visual perception, it means how we perceive or understand or express the inner meaning or inner information or a narrative of that particular visual or image. So this is the basic difference between these two. One is visual sensation, which stimulates our brain to see or to observe a particular visual, and other one is visual perception, where we try to extract the inner meaning of that particular visual or the narrative that it carries. So I am going to discuss these two things. One is visual sensation and visual perception. I am going to start with visual sensation. Gestal's theory. I am going to apply Gestal's theory to understand visual sensation. It's a very old theory. In 1910, one German philosopher has expressed this particular theory. A group of philosophers who have expressed this particular theory. There are 5 most important Gestal theories, like closeness, similarity, proximity, continuity, and common space. So we are trying to understand how this works. First, let's start with law of closeness. Now, if we talk about law of closeness, I would like to share some visuals. So if you see this particular visual, you can easily observe 2 triangles and 3 circles. But none of them are complete. Neither you can complete the triangle, nor you can complete the circle. But your brain can easily read that there are three circles and two triangles. It occurs because of the law of closeness. Similarly, football, or there are circles and cubes. None of them are complete, but you can easily observe that these are complete. You can easily sense that these are complete circles and complete cubes. So, what is law of closeness? According to this law, viewer tend to complete on its own, even if it is little bit of incomplete. It tries to close the image. If there is any line in missing, it tries to always complete the image. Keeping the image in mind, this book is developed. Hero. So there are the meaning also, but representative that none of them are complete, but we as a viewer complete pictures and we say that it is a representation of age. The black color symbolizes energy and space, whereas red represents the continuity of movement. And जाता है उसी चीज को यहाँ पे रिप्रेजेंट किया गया है. Because the artist know, the designer know that it is in our culture. So this is what we have discussed today about the cognitive approach of visual perceptions. So there are two things: visual sensations and visual perceptions, and this is how visual communicate and create a mark in our mind. So with that, I complete my presentation. Thank you so much. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay happy.
And people who are working in the field of theatre or in the field of visual arts like painting, or even if some people are working in the field of music, dances, etc., they also apply this principle. Many of them, they may not know the principle, but then they are applying. That is true. Yeah, that is true. So they may not be knowing that this particular principle is being applied, but they are using it, and they are making their performance more beautiful because of the application of these principles. So that happens. Anybody? Yes. Yeah.